Omen can fit on their map, especially your rank.
Oh my god.
One of the biggest problems for gold players is understanding where the threat is coming from. And that's done through looking at the minimap and seeing where on the map could I get shot from, right? So if I look at my team right now and I see that there's 3 of them on side, 3 of them on long, there's a very, very low chance of getting shot from long. Very, very low chance someone's gonna walk right by these guys and say, hey, how's it going, Sky? Good to see you. I'm just gonna go over and shoot your KJ in the back. You don't mind? Okay, great. Thank you. Appreciate you. Right? That's never going to happen. Right? However, how many of your players are currently in hookah right now? 0. That means you have what I call the O line right in front of you.
Okay.
This is the line where people get caught off. They go, there's someone in front of me. Okay? When you approach said O line, you must be ready and peeking it with intention. I want you to draw your eyes down to here. What are you currently doing?
Had my W key forward.
You're doing the triple threat. The triple threat. You have your walk key on, your W, and you're giving them the D at the same time. Okay? I want you to just give them the D in this situation. That's it. No shift, no W, nothing. Okay? You can step 2 steps in any direction, 2 steps, and still be silent for the effect of a shift key. When you walk, you become a target. You're basically a pylon getting run over at 200,000 miles per hour. Okay? You're asking for it. Now you walk into this threat, you walk close to this wall, which is also an invitation for someone who's back here to shoot you before you even see them. So everything that you're doing here is begging to be shot in the face. And that's the problem. So when you're going into, again, another thing for custom, again, when you're going into this, I want you to start learning how to shadow step. Shadow stepping is that 2-step process. Once you get to the 3rd step, you make sound. You have 2 steps, you have absolutely no sound. So you're basically shifting, okay?
Yeah.
Between the changing of directions, if you go left or right, so A or D, you are fully accurate. There's a window where you can be fully accurate. Want to get coached? Join this Discord. We have free and paid coaching options. Can't wait to see you there. Enjoy the video. All right, Friday, good to finally work with you. Tell us a little bit about yourself, how long you've been playing for, what are your goals, and what do you feel you struggle with the most?
So I've been playing since episode, I think it was like episode 1, act 3, or like somewhere around there, so for a very long time.
Okay.
My goals are consistency. Some games I'll do really well, I'm paying lots of attention, and other games it's like I've never played the game before. So progress, not perfection, and just want to get more consistent with my gameplay.
What makes you inconsistent?
I have no idea.
Certainly have some sort of inclining.
I don't. Sometimes it's like it's like my crosshair is like glued to people's heads some games, and then the very next game it's just like I'm on a completely different sense that I've never played.
So is it aim that's causing the problem?
Sometimes it's aim, sometimes I've just got a really good read on the other team.
I bet you it isn't aim. Over the 1,000 student VODs that I've done, I've had maybe 6 people, I think, that needed aim help. And when I define aim, it means the micro adjustment to someone's head. Where I'm like, yeah, you know what? You could probably hit the laps a little bit more and hold your mouse a little bit better. It's probably not aim, right? Could be movement, could be a whole bunch of things. Could be where you're positioning yourself. You know, are you taking the easiest fights in the world or not, right? What else?
Yeah,
Sorry, you're gonna say something?
I know, like, especially if I did a really good one game, and let's say, like, in order to beat that team, we just had to be really aggressive.
Right.
Because they had, like, a really bad side hold or something. You can't take that momentum into the next game, and sometimes I do, and then it's like, let's be aggressive, let's go, because you're on that, like, high energy.
Yeah, that's where you need to take a break, because that's also mental fatigue to a degree. We were just talking about that in the last VOD. There's a degree of mental fatigue that you will have after every single game. It's tiring. This game is fucking tiring. You watch pros, they take breaks between each of the maps, right? Yeah. Let's watch one round at a time, and let's do just that. Sound good?
Perfect.
Okay, so we talked about this yesterday. What's your turret for?
Taking space.
Flank and info.
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay.
Info.
So you can technically take a little bit of space. So you can see what's going on, hold certain angles with it.
You're gonna hate. I do one thing pushing A main, and you're gonna hate it, and I'm not doing it anymore. I've learned better.
When you
This
pushed
right
A main?
Well, that right there, putting that turret for that. I don't know if you
No,
particularly
I'm fine
like
with that. That's fine.
Okay.
I'm okay with that.
He's pushed up.
Flank, you got neon flank behind you.
Notice the shooting error on every single fight. Why are you so nervous?
I was a little nervous at the beginning of this video because I knew I was recording it.
Ah, so you don't record your games often.
Not super often, no.
Should be every game. And you should be writing notes and thinking about what it is that you want to improve on, what you're focusing on, all this good stuff, right? If you're not recording yourself, you're just losing RR. That's it. When you lose a game, you lose, okay? When you record, you invest.
Yeah, okay.
Okay? You invest. We're investing RR because you can write down notes. And I always have, again, Chad, I've done this a few times. I've shown it on stream. I always have a notepad. Okay? When I play the game, I write down the rounds that I want to review in my VOD review. That way I'm not sitting there staring at a VOD trying to find a hole in my gameplay. I always have questions that I want to attach. For example, why did I peek this in a diagonal knowing that it's a very real threat? What caused me to do this? Maybe I wasn't aware that this wall would open up this early, right? Maybe I need to go into the map and practice crosshair placing this particular angle so I know where to take the fight, where to put my crosshair, how to move, so that we're able to get the most best peek possible. This is an example. We talked about the TikTok the other day, you and I, about the L-shaped peek.
Yes.
Notice how you did this in a diagonal, you went that direction. Makes
Yeah,
you
I should have a little bit further up and over.
You got it. It makes you an easy target. Now, this doesn't mean we hump the wall, okay? As we were talking about, you and I. We don't hump the wall, we just move slightly forward so our back side or our ass does not hit this wall right over here. Otherwise, that will force you in that diagonal again. So what we need to do is you move up to about here, right here. You move forward just a little bit, and then you move to the right. And that way you've got a better straight line peak, cross replacement to be better, and you're ready to take out this brimstone rather than him waiting here and taking you out. Okay?
Makes total sense.
Same thing there. It's literally the same thing there. I want you to watch the keys that you're pressing. WD, boom, right in the bottom right. 2 direction keys. You have a lot of holes in this. How do we fix that? DM. DM, and you need to mindfully record your DM and watch how many times you're doing that. So you can fix those things. If you notice yourself in DM peeking something wrong, like this for example, you go into a custom map. You go into that custom map and you practice peeking it with L shapes, 1 direction key at a time. Make sense?
You want to just rotate?
Flashing.
Or what?
Blind.
I'm smoked off.
Sage is here.
What's our plan here, Friday? That's a great plan. Shoot them in the face. Love it.
Yep. That was my game plan the whole time.
What were we planning on doing when we first jumped up? Were you planning on jumping over this and just like 1v5ing everyone? Hope not.
You know what? I don't think there was. I'm not even going to try and pretend to make up a plan. I don't think there was one. I just wanted to start taking space and challenging.
Purpose, purpose, purpose. Plan everything. Visualize everything. Start the round off with a plan in your head. And it could be a micro plan. What that means is just a you. Micro plan alone. Okay? What do I want to do? What's my intention? Where am I going to place my utility down? Where's my turret going? All that good stuff. Tell yourself what you're going to do, then execute. Then afterwards, when we do a VOD review, you actually have a plan in place, and we can figure out what we need to do in difference. Okay? Because if there's no plan, you're just doing things. Just going through motions. We can't fix motions.
So right here I panicked, which is why I hid behind the wall, and then remembered I told those Sky I was going to play anti for them and swung back out in a panic.
Oh, so you lied. Gotcha.
I didn't lie. I would just out of habit panicked, hid, and then went, no, wait, that's not what I said I would do. I need to fight this.
You know what else would be...
I can meet this fight.
You know what else would be amazing is planning where you want to put your turret down.
I usually put it down right where Sky's standing. Oh, facing flank.
Why don't you put it right down here? Why don't you put it right here?
Sight deactivates.
Yeah, but you don't necessarily have to go into sight. That's not really your job. You can be in hookah. Yeah, you're doing your job. You're playing with the team by going like this. Okay? And now you can control a person running through, and you'll be able to peek off of that turret. Like that. And then if you go here, notice you're still in the range, and you can play on here. You don't have to go any further. And you can just hold hookah. That's your job, right? What's your job in this comp? Flank control. That's the factor. That's what we're looking for. Okay? You're controlling this flank, this area here. controlling it. Turret gives more value, so I'd say just put the alarm bot flank because you can have the turret watch an important angle. I mean, here's the thing. The turret is good for info. You want it on long sight lines. Okay, if you have the alarm bot here, you have less info of them coming. If the turret is here, you have this line controlled. When someone peeking out, you have this line right here.
Yeah, I didn't fire anyone yesterday, so that was exciting.
I thought you were gonna fire someone.
We extended their probation instead. I was very sad about that. I thought my crosshair was on her head.
It's not a matter of crosshair being on the head or anything like that. It's more so when you're moving back and forth, you're including too much movement almost, and you're being jittery. And you're also standing in an on angle.
On angle, so I should be jiggle peeking.
Or you move into an off angle. Yes.
I don't need to repeat that, but my team peeks with me.
Okay, you're flying.
Yep.
You're flying.
I was trying really hard to trade.
The problem with this is the ledges, and this has been a thing in my bane of my existence since I've been playing Counter-Strike. For some reason, everything goes to Narnia when you fall, and you have to wait a few seconds. Here's something I want you to do. I want you to go into a custom server, and I want you to get the timing down for how long it takes for your gun to recover so that you're shooting yellow on the shooting error when you drop off of a surface. That way you get it down to muscle memory. Do it like 100 times so you know what it's like. Then you'll know how much of a disadvantage it is when you're up there and why you shouldn't do it. Okay? Because it takes an eternity. So you want
I'm better off just not going up onto high surfaces unless
usually.
Okay.
For anything you're falling off of, right? High surfaces are really good for shooting down and increasing the head range for the head hitbox, but you just don't want to be falling off, right? So you need to be practicing how to not fall off so that you have that accuracy.
Good trade, Rim.
I should have held my crosshair way further out, knowing that Neon was running in.
Was running, correct. Yeah. And then you're also on a weird angle too.
I was trying to be on a weird angle for her.
Weird angles help her. They work against you.
Oh, okay.
Okay. When you're playing against a Neon who's got Emperor Palpatine hands, you need distance. You don't want to close the distance. So instead, you should have been back here at the stairs, aiming. Okay? Cypher adds so much more versatility and confidence than KJ does. I would agree with that. I think Cypher should be your agent on this map. Primarily because you can place trips down and be more free to move around and be aggressive. That way you're not constrained to a certain circle. The other thing that is a disadvantage is that you taking TPs, if you're covering flank, you lose that ability to maintain your utility. So you're constantly picking it up, whereas a Cypher can be free to move around and TP all over the place. So this map really is more made for Cypher, really. Does that make sense? Okay, you're in a 2v4 situation. How should you play?
Aggressive. Isolate
You got it. You got it.
Guess what I don't do?
I know, because you're gold. Gold players make this mistake. That's why I'm bringing it up. So, it doesn't make you a bad person.
No, I know I should be isolating, but here, again, I think my mental was kind of screwed from on the other side on B side, where I was just like, I don't even know what to do. They're everywhere. We're totally cornered. We have no map control.
Okay, you just got walled in on their left, so you're good.
They just
On your
jumped up
left.
on
You
a
just
wall.
focus on your
She's
in front of you.
push you.
Damn. Damn. Live.
I'm bummed.
Damn.
Holy cow.
Damn. Oh man. Okay, I thought he was gonna stick it, and I thought it was gonna be too late.
Look, all headshots, all one-tap
That would've been
headshots.
an ace.
And none of them were a single one-tap. All of them were like 3 or 4 bullet bursts while I had movement error.
That aim was absurd. Okay, so why did these fights go well? Let's look at them. We'll do it in
Sage
slow
jumped
motion.
up on her wall. She's gonna push you.
I didn't even realize I was shooting at the Neon. It was just kind of reflex, honestly.
That was a reaction. Look at the direction keys you're pressing. Look at the direction keys you're pressing right now. Okay, look, move. You didn't mass protocol here, okay? So you need to practice that. Again, I'm gonna give you a lot of work to do in DM. I'm gonna give you a lot of work to do in customs. Move, aim, stand still, shoot. Okay. Notice you changed direction keys, so you did a little bit of a strafe stop as well. Okay, but you're only pressing one direction key. Let's keep fighting. Pressing 2 direction keys, 2 direction keys.
bombed.
Now you're going to choose 1 direction key, and now you're fighting there. Okay, so now you have a straight line, you're maintaining head level. Makes it easy for you to take this fight. Okay, so just look at what goes well. That's a great thing to do in VOD review. Ask yourself, what went well here? What did I do really well? What caused me to be so consistent between these shots? The answers are there, right? This is why, chat, again, I said this before, record all your games. Record every single one of them. Because when you lose, we don't lose, we invest. Okay? We invest the RR so that we can progress. We invest to progress. Okay? We win and we win. It's that simple. Okay? What's the number one rule when you're playing against a Sentinel? Do you know what the number one rule is? Number one
When you're
rule.
playing against a Sentinel?
When you're playing against a Sentinel.
I don't think I know it. Break
Their
their shit.
shit. Okay?
That.
Because that's where they get value, is their shit. Okay?
And nothing aggravates them more than when their shit's broken. Speaking from experience.
Exactly. There you go. You know what it feels like. So break
Exactly.
it. You might swing in here.
There's no way I got neon stun at the moment.
They've been skilling
Yeah,
it.
right there, so they're just gonna funnel us through.
I wasn't expecting the neon there.
This is a good protocol for you to understand. Because if you prepare for it now, you'll be ready for it in Diamond. You'll be ready for it in Ascendant. You'll be ready for it in Immortal. You'll even be ready for it in
Perfect.
Radiant. Okay?
Perfect.
Never, ever, ever, chat, assume that there is one. Never assume one. Always assume two. Minimum. Always assume two. As soon as you kill one, I often say, freeze. Freeze, fall back, any one of those ones. Slow down. And think about what you're going to do next. If we're assuming there's two, you don't go in, balls out, doing a diagonal peek, and swing into a threat. Slow down for half a second. I just want to remind you guys, you have 45 seconds for this thing to blow up, 38 seconds of which you must get towards the bomb and start defusing. You have a lot of time. This is actually an eternity. Take your time, clear things properly, always assume two.
Nice.
No, that's so sad. A hit.
You don't need to do this. You have a choice. You have a choice. You don't need to do it. You can choose life. You choose
I was
life.
gonna say I can choose to live.
What gun did you just hear them shoot with?
A short range weapon, and I have a long range weapon.
Yeah. And they can scale right into here and just run you down, especially right now. Like that! Like that! Right? Like that! Like that! Right? Right?
Right.
Back the f up. Okay? When we're playing this, especially against Nico, we always play along this line. You break the wall, you win. It's that simple. Okay? You
I
can
always
ult
want
here
one
to slow them down.
after.
Here, okay, this is a perfect time to ult. Why?
You don't think I'll get swung?
If you went
And
back
just
here
destroyed?
and ulted here, it's perfect. Okay? Or even here. It's perfect.
Yeah. Well, even though we're on a save, they would have been freaked out for timing. We had a huge flank, so they would have had to back out and then fight the flank people, and everything would have been chaos, but in our advantage.
Yeah. Yeah. You totally could do it if you wanted to.
And I need to be further up so I wasn't hitting the wall next to me.
Or I could just peek and die. Well, Raze uses the ult. Imagine if you used your ult too. Holy shit. They would have backed right into her.
Yeah.
3 rocket kills. Oh, we would have won this for sure.
Yeah, old frogs, that was a good way to go.
They're pushing right up on you.
I pushed me. My ult.
You're not ready for it. I want you to pick a spot and post. Okay? You don't need to move forward. The time is still on your side. You win in 1 minute and 23 seconds. So you don't have to move forward. So instead, you either play here and a little bit back from the wall, or you play here but back from the wall, and you hold the line. And you keep peeking in and out and fight them. But as soon as you move here, you have no ability to move left or right or escape. So you just let them peek into you. And in this game, there's peeker's advantage. So when they peek out, you're going to see bullets coming through the wall and shooting in the head if they do it properly. Okay? He didn't do it properly. But you have limited chance to react and hit them.
Yeah.
Waiting for them to peek versus you peeking them. Okay? This is why we move in and out of on angles.
Neon.
There's some funny moments in this one too, but I don't think it's
Two,
good
all
enough.
here, all here.
Okay. Watch your direction keys.
Two, all here, all here.
Say that.
I was not expecting her there at all.
Is your team currently occupying this area?
No.
You can't assume anything. This is all about a threat. It's all about understanding what golds need, what low ranks need, is understanding where the threat comes from. This is the biggest issue at this rank. The biggest issue is being able to look at that mini-map and say, my teammates are not currently here, so I need to be peeking this with intention, right? I need to be peeking this with the thought process that I am under threat at all times. W key is not a viable movement key, including WD and shift. Remember the triple threat we talked about? This is the sin. This is literally 666. It's the number of the beast right here, right? This never happens again. Are we clear? All right, what are your top takeaways from this VOD?
That's a great question. Okay, top takeaways. I need to be better at how I'm playing Sentinel because I need to be more info gathering and watch flank. And I have a lot of homework in customs.
You do. I gave you like a million drills, million things to look at, right?
Yes. So lots of peeking. And then there was another drill that I forget that I'm going to go back and rewatch this.